carried the ball over 4,000 times, more than anybody in the history of the game. Nobody talks about that. Nobody calls me, are you okay mentally?
That might be a personal opinion, though, right?
No, that's a fact. It's archived that I've carried the ball over 4,200 times in the history, more than any man in the history of the game, and I exceed them probably by 300 or 400 carries.
So when you play, though, you would like to see what they're doing right now. Everything's
exactly. I mean, like, come on. But the reality of the fact is, I appreciate the game changing to protect players. We really don't know how serious the problem is until you give it about another 10 to 15 more years. Why do I say 10 to 15 more years? Well, today, some of you may remember these names like Rayfield Wright, Jim McMahon, and Bob Lilly, and many others. Some of the young people probably like trying to figure out like who they are. The young people might remember Troy Aikman, Mike Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, many others that you know and that you grew up with in the 90s. Well, 10 to 15 years from now, that would be me. I'm 45, turning 46 next month. I know I still look young. And so 15 years from now, I'm gonna be right at that age to where some of the guys that I mentioned earlier are at that age. And then you would know, because you're gonna have a pool of people that you can identify with. Look for the Dan Marinos, look for the Jim Kellys, look for guys like that, Troy and myself and many others, to see how we're doing 10, 15 years from now. And that back there will give you a good glimpse of how violent our sport really is. I like to tell people right now, I mean, if you look at that specimen number 22, you gotta give it to 15 more years. You can't look at it today and say, well, he's doing fine. Surely everybody else must be doing fine. You cannot do that. That would be a big, big mistake. I look at guys like the ones I mentioned, the Dorsets, and I look at them, and yes, I do have concern, because they are where I'm going. They have been where I've gone. And every footstep that and every path that they blazed, there are people coming behind that same path. And that's when the pool itself will be identifiable to most. Because right now, this is brand new.
Right.
This is brand new to a lot of people. But for us, it's not brand new. We know what it's like when your shoulder is hanging off and the game that you're in the middle of is so important that people looking like at you like, we need you to play. And you like said, okay, and they say, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but we're gonna give you some meds to help. And you like, can I hurt it in the words? I tell you this lie, no you can't. And you like, okay, I trust you, but do I really trust you? So you go out there and do your thing. And you do it for the sake of the game, you do it for the sake of your teammates, and you do it because this is what you've been built to do, mentally. Now, the reality of the fact is, shouldn't you be out there doing that? The answer is probably not. Probably not. Would I do it again? Yes, I would. Because that's what football has been all about. That's the way I was trained. That's the way I was raised.